Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a paracord bracelet that is adjustable. Like this one right here. You just pull it, slide it off. It's got an elastic band on the inside. And that's it, right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But when you just pull it, it'll stretch out, goes back. This is the front view of it. Pull it, stretches out. So it's pretty cool. Slides over your wrist just like that. Doesn't come off unless you really want it to. So really comfortable, no buckle. So that's what we're gonna do. So we need about you'll be needing a lighter, some elastic bungee cord. I just got this from Hobby Lobby. Something to cut it with, and a tape measure. So need about 8 feet of this. That's usually what my bracelets call for. You could probably do 9 feet if you want to. So let's just measure this out real quick. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll do 9 feet. I guess that's 8 feet right there. I will do 8 foot 6 inches. Alright, there you go. Get out your scissors or whatever you're going to cut it with. Let's use a knife blade. Cut it. And burn it. You guys could use whatever you want. I'm just using the Zippo. If I burn myself, make a nice video. But if you guys are looking for a alternative way, instead of having a buckle, this is another way to do it. Alright, so now you got your paracord. Set this off to the side. Put your tools out front. Okay, so there's your paracord. Now comes the fun part. Take this off. Your elastic cord. Just start pulling on this. Let's just take care of that. So on your cord, you're going to want to double it up. So you take your cord, double it up, and kind of pinch it against yourself and wrap it around. Leave room to tie a knot, so that's too much. So I need about this much. Let's see if that'll work. Still too much. Just keep going down. Alright, still too much. Keep going down just a little more. And I'll measure this after I get it about right. So that's about right there. So I'm going to cut this and then we'll measure it after we burn it. So your elastic cord's got rubber on the inside. So it's going to burn just a little bit different than anything else. It's still got the nylon sheath. So if you guys are going to do this, open a window in your house or something like that. I'm just going to singe this lightly. Don't burn it a whole bunch. There you go. Remember, that's rubber in there, guys, so that's going to burn you a little bit worse than your paracord will if you touch that molten plastic. So just be careful with what you do. Alright, so now we're going to measure this out for you guys. So it's an easier unit of measurement for you. So what I got here? I got 17, 18, almost 19 inches of bungee cord. So there you go. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your bungee cord and you're going to fold it in half, and then you are going to tie a simple overhand knot. Just rotate that over itself and give it a pull. Kind of work that knot, try to maximize your cord. Alright, now you're going to check that on your wrist, so just set it down, reach it over, and there you go. There is my length that I'd want. So I can fit almost 2 fingers under here. You guys can see that. So that's about right for the size that I like to do. I usually wear an 8-inch paracord bracelet. Wraps around my wrist. It's about 8 inches long, including the buckle. So that gives you a little point of view on that. Alright, so now you got your overhand knot tied in your loop and it fits your wrist pretty good. You're going to twist this in half. Okay? Now as soon as you twist this in half, you're going to fold it just like this, and now you have your overlap down here, just like that. Alright, now what that's going to do is give you your circle that goes around your wrist. So now you take your paracord and you're going to put it through, and now you're going to pull that paracord and even it up at the very end. Down here, your two ends, make sure those are even, get it centered out, and hold it. Now comes the braid. So now you're just going to do your standard cobra braid. Right here, pull this nice and tight. So on your cobra braid, the little knot over here, that's always the cord that goes over the top. So you guys can see that. This knot means this cord goes over the top. If you follow that, so it goes over, over, under all of them and through the hole. Pretty simple. Just pull that cord all the way through. Now give it a nice little squeeze, and you can refine these. So knots on this side. So we're going to put this one over, over, under all of it and through the loop. Pull it through. There you go. Alright, now you're going to start doing this, and you see how I got this knot down here. Well, this whole thing's going to slide around. So I can actually slide this all the way over to the very end down here if I want to, and then just keep braiding it. And we'll get this going. Speed this up a little bit. So with these, I probably should have made it a little bit bigger, so it was a little looser, but I wanted to see what a tight one of these would be like, and I probably got a little too much cord, but you can always kind of scrunch the cord down, compact it. So if you guys are wondering, and you guys can always untie this, and we can probably work a little different knot at the very end result. Instead of that overhand, we could untie that overhand knot, and we could tie one of my fishing knots I tie, and it'll be a little lower profile, a little sleeker, but it'd be a little bit less strong. So there's always some negative aspects to some of the things we do. So, but yeah, you just braid this on here. I mean, this is a freehand braid, there's no jig, so anybody could do this at home. It just takes a little bit of practice. It's not really hard at all. And you guys could do this as tight or as loose as you want. I always try to squeeze as much paracord onto a bracelet as humanly possible. There we go. It's always nice having the most amount of cord you can get. So you could do this with paracord or whatever you want to do. These bracelets are really comfortable. There's no buckle to them, so you don't have anything smacking around on counters or anything like that. It's a total soft bracelet. I haven't done any water tests or anything like that and seen how much water is absorbed or anything. I just kind of started making these. This is something new. Haven't really seen anybody else doing stuff like this, but I'm always trying to help you guys out. So we're about done with the bracelet here. I don't know what we're at for time. I think we're about 8 minutes in a video. I try to keep them 10 minutes or less. Try to make it real quick and easy for you guys to watch, real quick and easy for you guys to do. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. So there you go. Now you have yourself a paracord bracelet, and on these ends you can just cut and burn those, but I have a little extra cord, so let's see if I can squeeze this down, because right now you can stretch this thing, it comes out and open. It does look pretty cool, you guys can see, you know, it's got some gaps in there, but let's see what happens when we scrunch this thing up. So just grab it and just start pulling on that elastic like that, and just work all those knots to one end. Ah, there we go. Let's see. And we'll see how that looks and works. So you can do this as tight or as loose as you want to. I try to keep them a little bit looser on the weave because it's more comfortable. If you do them if you pull these cords too tight, it makes it kind of rigid and sharper edges on all these little bends and folds, and that just kind of makes it a little harder when you wear it. It gets it a really stiff feel, not really flexible. So about done, about got all that 8 feet on there. There we go. And as it gets closer towards the end, it's always a little difficult to try to do your weave. Don't got much. There we go. I think this is a gunmetal gray color and a black cord on the inside for the bungee cord. You guys are wondering. I usually try to stick with little subtler colors. So I squeeze all that together. 8 feet. I probably could have did, well, I did think I did 8.5 feet. So I probably could have did 9 feet for the size of bracelet I was going to do. But it works out. We can squeeze this all out and just kind of spread it out, loosen up the weave, and it'll work out just fine. But if you guys wanted to go back and redo it and make it perfect and squeeze a little bit of more cord on there, you could. No problems with that at all. So I'll just pull this as tight as we probably could. Snip this off right here. Alright, we'll burn this. Keep your rubber out of the way. I'm just using the Zippo today. I find that a Zippo works out really well because I could sit it down and use it as like a candle if I want to, or however I want to do it. I can also take the bottom, smash that down. You know, it's metal, it's not plastic. It's not going to give me any fits. Cut this side and burn this side. Rotate your bracelet so you can burn it without ruining the bracelet. So but you guys let me know what you think about these. This is just something new I tried a couple days ago. I found out how to do it, and I found out about how to do this on accident. So kind of a happy little run across mistake that I did, but whew, it's hot. Burns. Ouch. I'd be alright. Everybody that's played with paracord knows. So at this point, you could wear the bracelet as it is and have this big knot, and you could just squeeze it up over your wrist. That turned out really well. So like I told you guys, that's my wrist size is 8 inches. So this is a really well bracelet, a really good design on the bracelet so far. But if you guys wanted to do a different knot down here, I don't know if I want to do that or not. This one's actually really nice. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Sole purpose of the video. So pull on that cord, and let's try to loosen this knot up. And Leatherman rebar. Save the day. Alright. Let's grab one of these cords. Try to work it on its way out. Be careful not to rip on that elastic cord too much. Remember, it's just a nylon little sheath on the outside. So you got all that rubber on the inside. You don't want to compromise it. So just be really careful on how you pinch it to untie that first overhand knot. Now that this is done, so if you wanted to, right now, you could adjust the tension on this bracelet just by working this nylon back in there, and it would loosen the bracelet up. So that's a nice little aspect to do. But basically the knot that I want to do on this is I just want to tie a simple little, I don't know if that's really an overhand, but just a little loop and through. You guys can see that. Just take it around this tag end right here. So I'm going to take these two tag ends, I'm going to take and loop this one over and loop it back over itself again and back around itself and then right back through. Okay, there's that. Now pull this one, get a little extra out. Pull this one, get a little extra out. do the same thing. This is the tag end that tied onto this line, and this line's going to get tied onto this line. And then they'll pull against each other and tighten the knot. So loop it around like so, and pull a little more. So it's nice about this elastic, you can pull and it gives you a little bit more cord. So there we go. So now you got an adjustable bracelet. These will slide, so slide them together and it'll give you a little extra cord like that. So here's your knots, and then if you wanted to tighten it up, you would just slide these away from each other and create a gap, and it would tighten your bracelet up on you. So there you go, and you'll just trim these ends up and you're done. You've successfully made a paracord stretchable elastic bracelet, and they look pretty good. I mean, the knots down here, I might have to look and find some different knots and do some different tag ends, but it's simple, it's quick, and it works really well. No buckles, so it lowers your cost of buying all these buckles. I think they're like 65 cents a piece or something like that. That's where I've been buying them. But for $2.99 you get 15 feet of this bungee cord. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. You guys could probably order military surplus, you know, and get some mil-spec cord. And that's probably what I'll upgrade to. But for as of right now, this is what I'm using. It's worked out really good for me. If you guys like my video, I appreciate it. Like, comment, or subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I will put my email on here, and we will be in contact. Always feel free to contact me about any questions you have, or anything you'd like me to do a video on, and if it's possible, I will do the video. Thanks, guys.